This is Tony Novak here to share a few pointers on how to stay out of tax trouble. Today is a particularly troublesome area. The increased incident of fraud in all aspects of online and offline activity, and including tax accounts. I do not blame anyone for being confused as to tax security. There have been mixed messages coming out, I think, from IRS and other tax authorities. For example, I think I probably even said on this statement, if someone emails you or shows up at your door and says that they're with the IRS, they're probably not. And then IRS announced that they are resuming in-person visits. And I do have indications of emails actually being sent out by IRS. So that is confusing, and it's tough to make a general security protocol based on these mixed messages. There are two things, however, that do work, that always work, and that all of us should be embracing. One is simply passwords. Again, it doesn't matter whether it's a tax account or any other account. We should use separate, randomly generated passwords for each individual account. It's not that complicated. There are plenty. I happen to use one password, but there are plenty of other good ones. Get one, use it. There's simply no reason not to in this world of where fraud is increasing day by day. Second, that password thing should be double authentication. So once you type in your password, and we're reading now that AI listening in can even lift your password from the sounds of your keyboard. Once that password is entered, there's a second device, usually through your cell phone, that verifies that in fact it is you logging on. So that's the first thing, using proper security. And the second point, I've forgotten the second point already. That's embarrassing when you're in a live presentation with a 2-point and you forget what the second point is. Simple tax security. The second is, sorry about that. So if you are contacted, whether it's a phone call or an email or someone knocking at the door, don't respond to that communication, but initiate your second own communication. For example, if the IRS calls, let them leave a message. If they knock on the door, let them leave a business card. Text, IRS isn't using. I'm not even aware that any state authority is using text either. But the point is, don't respond to that first message. You then initiate the response. If you get a letter from IRS, probably someone like me will recognize if it has a certain form number at the top and it fits a certain pattern, we can probably authenticate, say that's real. However, it's confusing, or you don't have someone like me to talk about, pick up the phone and just ask. I don't recommend that you get into a discussion of the details, but just ask, is this letter from your office? And that should be able to be verified. The reason I'm particularly concerned is that some less common letters have gone out lately and caused even tax professionals to take a second look to look to see if they're actually real. In many cases, almost daily, I'm seeing and hearing of examples of very sophisticated fraud. So that's why we're doing this recording today. So thanks for listening today. If you have any comment or question, I'd love to hear your experience. You can reach me at Taxproblems.CPA, and I will be back tomorrow with another Tax Minute.